Okay, guys. So today let's look at types of candlestick. Continuation of yesterday's anatomy of candlestick, right? And probably this will be the last section on candlesticks because what we have on candlestick isn't hard, right? Yeah, so it's probably an easy topic and something that you can grasp actually. And what I'll be doing is this after every successful section that you guys have grasped everything and say, right? I'll be sending just one PDF that is very, very good, right? But I believe to cover everything, the PDF is just so some persons like to read, like me, I'm the type that likes to read stuff. So you may want to read it at your free time. But probably I'll be covering everything, types of candlestick. And I didn't even introduce myself. But no problem, guys. You should know me. I'm Investor Ben, right? So types of candlesticks. Now there are several types of candlesticks, but I'll probably be looking at the major one we use, right? And that is the engulfing candlestick. The engulfing candlestick, right? Candlestick. And this engulfing candlestick is just one candlestick, but it has several things under it, right? Which is the bearish and bullish engulfing candlestick, right? The bearish and bullish engulfing candlestick, bearish candlestick, bearish candlestick, and the bullish candlestick, candlestick. Yeah, so these are the two types of engulfing candlestick, the bearish and the bullish, right? And we have some other types of candlestick. We have the hammer and the hanging man and the hanging man. We have several of them, but I'll just be picking one now. Hanging man, sorry, hanging man, enter the hammer candle, the hammer candlestick, right? The hammer candlestick. Yeah, so these are the ones I'll be picking. So this one's, yeah. So let me add another one, pin bar, the pin bar, right? But it's actually looks like one of them. So you can call it. Let's stop here. Okay. And I didn't even indicate this one is I'm having a bad network connection. Probably it will stop right now. Okay, so this is a bearish candlestick, right? Yeah, and I'll be sending several PDFs and several photos to show you other kind of candlestick, but these are the ones that are mostly used, so that is how I'm going to use them. Bullish candlestick. They are the same, but the opposite of the hanging hammer, the opposite of the hanging man is the hammer candlestick, right? Since this one is the okay, let me just close this thing and show you. Okay, so this is this one is the bearish candle, right? And this one is the bullish of this one, right? Is the bullish, just like how we have engulfing candlestick. In the engulfing, we have the bearish type of engulfing candlestick. And if I'm to write it full, this one will be bearish engulfing candlestick and bullish engulfing candlestick, right? Yeah, we have the bearish and the bullish engulfing candlestick. Yeah, so that is how both of them are. So now look how the this thing is, how the engulfing candlesticks are, just like the name goes, engulfing. right? We have this as our candlestick. Let me use white. In the engulfing candlestick, I'm drawing the bullish one, right? We will have two candles, two candles. We have two candles, right? Okay, so another one should be here. Yeah, this is it for the engulfing candlestick. And now why it's actually called an engulfing candlestick is because in the engulfing candlestick, the one on the right, right? The one on the right will be the bearish one, will be the bearish one, right? Meaning this one here is the bullish of, this one is the bearish. And now it is called the engulfing because this one, the bullish candlestick is totally engulfing everything. It's covered the body, right? You could see that both the top and the body. This one is bigger than it, right? Yeah, so not much meaning on why it is called an engulfing candlestick, apart from the fact that it is way bigger than this one. It covers it entirely. Let's put this thing, let's get this thing in the middle, right? Let's reuse it. Right, the thing covers everything in it. Everything in it. It covers it totally, right? And now you've heard of the word order block. When we proceed, you will see that in this engulfing candlestick that the word that the candlestick order block was gotten from, right? Yeah, so these are your bullish engulfing candlestick is like this. These are the bullish engulfing candlestick is. Then for the bearish engulfing candlestick, we have the same thing, but now this one, as it is bullish, let's say as it is bullish in your chart, it will be found at the bottom, or it's actually sponsored a buy, right? They are bullish candlesticks. Then this is for the bullish engulfing candlestick, right? Let's clone this, clone bullish engulfing candlestick, right? Let's show you the bearish, how the bearish engulfing candlestick is. Now, since the bearish candlestick is always found at the supply zone, we won't be using it below. Escape. Okay. This is it for the bearish candlestick, but now it is actually the opposite of this one, meaning this thing that is here isn't necessary. Instead, it is like this. Let me finish with the colors. Okay, so these are, it's the opposites. Why this one is the bullish, right? That one is the bearish candlestick, the bearish engulfing. So let's cancel this. Yellowish engulfing candlestick. Right, so and these ones are found in supply zones. Supply zones, they are bearish candlestick. They are found in supply zone, right? They are usually found in supply zones. These ones, why these ones are found in price demand zone, right? As we proceed, you will see what a supply and demand zones are. These are the candles are for the bullish and the bearish engulfing, right? So these are the examples of how the candlesticks are. Now let's look at the hanging man and hammer pattern. Why these two remains bullish and bearish, right? Now the hanging man is like this. The hanging man is like this. It can have any color, right? As for the hanging man, the color it has doesn't really matter. What we are looking at is, let me use a light color, right? It has okay, let's make this bullish since the wick is the, okay, these are the hanging man is. The hanging man has this shape of candle exactly like this, right? So and this hanging man is found in a supply zone, right, at the top. Let's say as price is coming from, ignore this, please, ignore this chart. As price is coming from a demand zone, right? Demand zone. As price is coming from, when it wants to fall, a hanging man pattern always fall, and that signifies a sell in the market, and that continues like price starts changing direction. Why the opposite of the hanging man is a hammer pattern. Hammer pattern is the opposite of this, and it is found in a demand zone, right? It is the same chart, but now the difference between them is where they are being found. This one is usually found at the top, right? At the top of candles, at the top of the chart, while the hammer is found at the bottom, right? You can't see a hanging man in the top of the chart. Meanwhile, let me draw the two. Let me draw the two. I'll just be changing their colors because they can't carry same color. Okay, this is it for this one. But now let's make the color. Okay, this is for the two, right? Why this one is the hanging man, this one is the hammer. They are the same, right? Any color you want them, but the difference between them is that this one are actually find when price is at the bottom like this, right? When price wants to go up, you see this candlestick form, and then price starts going up, right? And then price start going up. They have the same shape, everything. But now the difference between this one is that this one, when price wants to go down, it forms, right? It starts forming. It starts forming and then price starts to go down, right? Yeah, that is the difference in their direction. They have same body formation, everything is the same, right? But now the difference is that this one is found at the bottom and it signifies a reversal, price reversals, right? This one also signifies a bearish reversal, while this one is a bullish reversal pattern, right? As price is in a downtrend, as the hanging man appears, right, price starts to reverse to the upside. Sorry, as the hammer can, this is a hammer, right? The hammer is the bullish one, the hanging man is the bearish one. Yeah, the hanging man is, look at here. The hanging man is the bearish one. So as price appears at the demand zone, trend starts to reverse and we start going up. same as this one. When this one appears at the top, we start to drop. Yeah, and let me quickly give you guys an example of both of them. An example, should I use a higher time frame? Enter. Okay, so a bullish engulfing candlestick. Okay, look at one here. Look at one for this one is a hanging man, right? Yeah, their shapes are actually their shapes. This is a hanging man. This one is in particular. So look at this candlestick. Let me bold it. This candle here. See this candle, right? That is a hanging man. And you could see what happened when it appeared at the top. We started selling at that point. We had some sales. We sold down to this point, right? It always shows in the top of a candlestick, right? I'm not sure. This is the hanging man. It always shows at the top, right? This is the top. This is where it is. And once it shows in the top, we start reversing. Unlike how we are coming from an uptrend, right? And it appears we started selling to the downside. Guys, are the hanging hammer is. I can show you several examples of them. You keep seeing them in the chart repeatedly. The hanging man candlestick. Okay, while we go, let me show you some examples. Examples of a bullish engulfing and the rest of them. Okay, so I've seen bullish engulfing candlesticks several times, but they are not my concern. Right, I'm trying to. This hanging man always appears as like this too. They always appear like this, like the opposite. Like they are sometimes you see their head this way. They always appear like this too. Their head sometimes always turn to the opposite. Something like this now, something like this kind we have here. Whenever they appear, you start seeing them, price starts to drop. Anytime they appear in the top, right? But when you see them at the bottom, we start gaining momentum. And let's check this thing, bullish engulfing candlestick and bearish engulfing okay, example here too. When you look at this candlestick, like the one I drew here, like the one I drew at that point. Where is that point? Seems like that's fine. Okay, like the one I drew here, this black candle. See this small black candle. It's same as a hanging man, right? When your direction wants to change, you start seeing that price starts dropping. Look at them here. Yeah, and we have something that we call evening star and morning star, right? But we send that one in a PDFs, but we don't majorly trade them, right? This is an engulfing candlestick. See this thing? Let me use 2 hours, enter. You see this candlestick here? See this 2 candlestick, this one here, this big green candle and this other one, right? These two, oh God, let me reduce this. See these 2 candles here? These 2 candles are engulfing candlestick. The bullish one is engulfed. This is a bullish engulfing candlestick. This bullish one is engulfing this and this red one, right? Totally, right? Same as the example here. Look at it here. The bullish one engulfing the bearish one. Yeah, this is a bullish engulfing candlestick. You can mark them. There are many of them. One, right? Several of them. Two, these 2 candlestick, I'm just marking them out so you can see them. And two, let me show you many of them. And also this is another hanging man. This is another, I'm sorry, this is a hammer candle. See this two here. This is a hammer candle. Once it shows this one here, this red candlestick here, once it shows at the top, at the bottom, sorry, price starts going up, right? They can come in this form. As time goes on, I believe you guys would start saying things like pin back and the stick, but I won't start to say those things here because it's still tender. When we proceed, there are some things you actually be doing by yourself. When we proceed, you will start getting some things. So let's continue. Let's continue. So this one is a bullish engulfing candlestick. A bullish engulfing candlestick. Right, yeah. So this bullish candlesticks, yeah, they can be many. This bullish candlestick is engulfing this bearish one, these tiny ones, right? Yeah. So let's continue showing you. The bullish and bearish engulfing candlestick are very, very. I'm not showing the example. This one is a bullish engulfing candlestick, right? Several of them, you can see them many, many. Anytime price forms a bullish move, they are always there. You can choose to mark all of them, right? So they are always there, bullish engulfing candlesticks. Always look at that example at the top. Now let's look at bearish engulfing candlesticks. Let me go to 15 minutes time frame where I can see several candlesticks. Okay, 15 minutes. Remember, the bearish engulfing candlestick, they are always formed at price supply zone, while the bullish ones are formed at demand zones, right? Yeah. Always look at this example. Bearish engulfing, they are always found at the top, right? Because they are sales. After now, we treat support and resistance. And that should be a live section with you guys. Probably should be a live section with you guys. Okay, let's look at bearish engulfing candlestick. You don't see them at the bottom because they are always found at the top where price sells up from. Right, so let's look at the bearish charts. And here we have a bearish engulfing candlestick at this point in the chart. Let me make it very, very bold so if you see well. At this point in the chart, you see this one. This is the bearish long candle engulfing those bullish ones, right? The bearish one is longer than the bullish ones, and they're always at the top because when price wants to sell, price must be at the top to sell. Price doesn't sell from lows. From a low like this is buy up. Then when price goes to a top, price sells down like that. Yeah. So this is a bearish engulfing candlestick. This candlestick here and price even sold from there, right? Several of them, bearish engulfing candlestick. You can spot them. It's not much that they will hold, right? You can spot them several places. Bearish engulfing candlesticks, bearish engulfing candlestick, bearish engulfing. These two candlesticks here, because the bearish one is longer than the bullish ones, right? The bearish one is longer than the bullish ones. Yeah, these are. Let's keep looking at them. This one is a bullish engulfing candlestick. The bullish candle, you see this total bullish candle, they are bigger than this, even if I'm to use everything here. Yet the bullish ones, they are bigger. All right, this is a bullish engulfing candlestick. Another bullish engulfing candlestick, right? There are many, and this one is a bearish engulfing candlestick. This red candle is longer than this bullish one, and it's covering it totally, both from the bottom and top, right? This one is a bearish candlestick. And I just want to show you guys the most obvious because normally you can spot them anywhere. If I'm to spot them anywhere, right, I can actually use this because this bearish one is longer than these bullish ones, right? It must be longer. Remember, always make reference with this picture. And there are some pictures I will send to you to show you how they are also, right? So that is it for types of candlesticks. The major ones we use. right? These are the, especially these two candlesticks, this is what we use. See these two candlesticks here, right? When you start going to advance, these is the major candles we use, right? Yeah, and I'll be backing it up with some pictures in the group. Oh my God, where is drawing that? I'll be backing it up with some pictures in the group. Yeah, so I'll be ending this section for types of candlesticks and expect some pictures. I'll be dropping some pictures in the group for more clarity. So you won't have any questions and any much questions or confusion in this thing. Then if you have questions, feel free to ask in the group. Why tomorrow we go live on candlesticks, right? Yeah, so to finish everything about candlesticks. Yeah, so that is it. Yeah, and once again, I'm Investor Ben, founder of Crypto Digest. Yeah, so I'm ending this section here. If you have any question, ask in the group, right? And also do well to see the pictures I'll be dropping right after I send this to the Telegram channel. Yeah, take care.